Hey, pretty friends, it's Nancy, and today we are going to be making a swag in these gorgeous. I'm just going to pick the whole pile up at once and show you guys all these beautiful flowers that I have. I've got some tulips, some hydrangeas, delphinium, lamb's ear, some kind of fern I've never heard of before, something called billy balls. Those are cool. And I wanted to incorporate some lemon into this. And then I've got my yellows ribbons to choose from. I've got some lemon ribbon that's got some green on it, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll check it out. We'll see what's going on. And then I've got this blue chinoiserie that I absolutely love. Don't know which one of these I'll use. Depends on how much we have and if I run out. And also, the base for our swag is going to be, I'm going to just try using a pool noodle today and see what happens. I've got paint sticks, I've got grapevines, but I want to try something different because I've not tried this method before. So why not? I mean, really, right? What else? I just absolutely love, 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 and I cannot say it enough. I love the tulips, and this thing will probably be overloaded with as many tulips as I can put in it. And even though I'm not a big yellow girl, when you have that yellow and blue together, it's just totally eye-popping, and I love it. So, y'all get ready, and oh, we got some blue daisies too. Woo! We got everything. And y'all know me, I come out here with 15,000 flowers and then I end up using like four of them. But I get overexcited about what I'm going to do and I'm grabbing everything and I just want to do it, do it, do it. So anyway, let's do it. Okay. I'll see you on the flip side. Okay. Um, I've got lemons. I know maybe I said it, that I had lemons, but yes, I have lemons too. So I have got more than enough to make more than enough. So we're going to whittle this down and make make something absolutely beautiful. My husband just walked in here and said, "I absolutely cannot believe that you are needing to buy more flowers. You have no It's funny. And I do. I have tons and tons of flowers, but you got to have a selection, right? I mean, you got to have a big, big selection. Because what if you're making something and you decide, oh, well, I need this to go with it? Well, then you got to go grab it. You can't just leave the house right in the middle of what you're doing. That wouldn't be any fun. Anyway, okay. So we are going to get started here. Let me just take my seat and I'll be with you guys in a second. I wish my little tripod had a remote. It does not. It just has a button, but no remote. I have got stuff everywhere on this table, y'all. I posted some pictures on Facebook earlier, so if you want to find me on Facebook, it's Halo Wreaths. It's Halo Wreaths everywhere you go. Facebook, Instagram, um, not Pinterest. That's the only place I'm not online. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I couldn't remember. I'm like, there's too many of them for me to try to keep up with all the time, too. So I try to post as much as I can where I can. But anywho, we're definitely going to be needing some more hot glue, so let me get some of that out and ready to go. Um, y'all, I have never done this before. I have never made a swag with um one of these pool noodles. So I cut it to 24 inches, assuming that, if I go online and I buy a swag base, it's going to be minimum 24 inches long, right? I want to make a big swag. And I may have to bring in some other things. Like I've got these eucalyptus and they're kind of purple, but they may go. I'm not sure. I've got drawers and I got stuff everywhere. So don't worry about it. We got enough stuff. Trust me. Ask my husband. Okay. Um, the question is, how do I start this? Do I just jam the whole thing in? No, because I don't like the way that's going to look. This is going to have to be done like individually. All these little buds are going to have to go in individually, and I will probably definitely just sort of speed through that for y'all, because you are not going to want to sit here and watch me poke in 175 stems at a time. That would make for a really super long video, wouldn't it? And probably somebody who would walk away from my page pretty doggone quick. So I'm going to start trimming, and I will come back to you guys as soon as I start putting these in, and then we'll go from there, okay? So see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, so I've got them all trimmed, and there's a big pile of them. So what I've started doing is I'm just placing them on here. I just poked them in. I haven't glued them down yet. But I'm going to just start laying them out in a, you know, a pattern that is not, I want the pretty side up, obviously, because there's a back of this leaf and a front of this leaf. These are called glow star ferns. I know the big grass ferns are right now, the button ferns are popular, but I couldn't find any of those. So I got some of these, and they look very similar. They're cute. And I'm just kind of putting them in randomly, seeing how I like it, how it looks, and then I will go back and just hot glue all this in. I'm just going to place a few for y'all on screen, and then I will zip through this. Reason being, it uses up a lot of my memory to do this. It really does. I mean, it is insane how much memory is used. But if you can see what's beginning to take shape here, let me kind of show it to you this way. If you envision our swag taking shape, it's going to look gorgeous. Okay, so let me go ahead and place all of these ferns. I'm going to put them in place one by one. I'll go from the top. These will be facing upwards. Then we'll go to the middle, and they'll spread out, as they should. And then from the bottom, they're going to point downward. Okay, so I'll be back after I get everything put in place. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Here is round one. Hopefully you guys can get a good enough image of what she's going to look like in the end. I'm going to go back in and add some more of a different type of fern in between these ferns. And I had to change I'm sorry y'all, but there's so much background noise in my house. You can either hear me or kids yelling. I mean, they're not little kids, but it's kids playing video games and dogs barking and everything else. I'm just trying to filter out all the crap that goes on around the house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so our next step is going to be, and these are not the cutest things I've ever seen in my life, but they're space fillers, and that's what we need, because I had 6 of these ferns, and I cut them all in pieces, spread them out, and I've also got some white lavender that we're going to use to fill in space as well. But we're going to go ahead and get these pieces trimmed up and get them glued on and placed in space like everything should be. And then we'll be back. Let me just try one of these on camera for y'all and see how it looks. Let me find kind of a hollow spot. Let's see. Yeah, see, I can hear my 14-year-old in there. He's just going at it. But y'all probably can't hear him now, hopefully. If you have a 14-year-old who plays video games, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me stand up here and just try to get a visual. Like here, I've got a little hole. And actually, this I think I'm going to cut in half because I don't need that much. I need a little bit. Well, there we go. I have to hot glue the rest of that together. Now, I'm just going to take this, hot glue on a little bit of, or put on a little bit of hot glue. Pop her in right here. And now we've got some filler in that little hole there. I was trying to find one that only had 2 stems on it. Some of these only have 2, some have 3, some have 4, which is kind of crazy. Like this one has 3 and it's pretty thick. Find another little hole here. We'll put it right there. Okay. I'm gonna pop it in right here because this is kind of a bare spot. Okay, so we're just filling in all the empty spaces so we can get her looking nice and full. Okay, guys, so I'm going to finish adding all of that extra little furniture and I'll be back. Okay, I was having a problem trying to work on this on the ground, and I don't have one of those gorgeous wooden, things that everybody else has, but I do have. My mother-in-law bought a new TV, and of course we had to help her unpack the TV and everything. And it had this really super thick and sturdy, strong piece of cardboard in it. This is like a 3/4 inch piece of cardboard, and it's mega, mega thick. So it's not going to bend. It's not going to break. It'll get the job done. I've got a clamp in it up here to hold my little piece of art. And hopefully you guys can see most of it. I could slide it back a little more, I think, if we go in this direction. I don't know. I have to angle the camera down some, but I think this is good for right now. Sorry about the ceiling fan in the background. If I turn that off, I will have a hot flash and die. So we're not going to do that. And you'll have to watch me walk around for some things. But, just having the camera on actually helps me. And I don't know why the light flickers back and forth like that. I don't know what's causing it. If any of you are like video people, why is my lighting going up and down? I mean, it just popped up right now when I said up. It got really bright. I don't know if it's because it's backlit by the window. Do I need to change the angle of my videos? Do I need to get at the opposite end of the room? What do I need to do? Anyway, hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too bad. But I'm going to go ahead and finish adding in some of this greenery, okay? That is there. I'll get it off. And I'm going to go ahead and just grab my hot glue gun and move it over here. And I'll just have to get a couple of close-ups every now and then. I'm sorry about that. But, hey, I'm not here to participate in a beauty pageant. Maybe a floral beauty pageant, but that would be about it. Okay. I'm just trying to fill in some spots. Kind of looking at that on screen helps me out to see where I need to fill in some holes, see if there's any little gaps. Like this one right here has 4 on it. Geez Louise. That's a lot of extras. Let's see, where do I want to place this? I know where I wanted to go. Okay. So I think this is going to work out much better to do this type of wreath and grapevine wreath. Now for deco mesh wreath, not so much. I'll have to do that back down on the table, obviously. But for this type of wreath, I have hung them on the doors and worked that way before. So, of course, mine is very, it's not super mega sturdy, but it'll get the job done in a pinch. Reject something here before this video starts that I am a member of Melanie's We Do Not Care Club, and I had no idea that I had back fat. Oh my God, I'm dying right now, but I don't care. So, if you see my back fat in this video, I don't care. I'm menopausal. Whatever. It happens. That's life. You don't like it? Don't look at it. But I love y'all. Okay. Keep on watching. So let me see. I've got some more of those over here in my flower cart. Not a flower cart. These are called plastic foliage bushes. Oh, me. Let me add some more plastic foliage bushes. Aren't they all plastic foliage? I mean, to be honest with you, that would be the correct answer. They are all plastic foliage bushes. Unless they're made of leather. Sorry, let me throw away my trash here. Maybe I should move my trash can. Wrap that one off. All right. I got a couple more of these too, so I didn't envision me using these on this project, but here we are and here they are. So we're just going to do what we got to do, right? These little tips on them? Yeah, that one just lost it. Where'd it go so I can put it on? Okay. All right. I'm going to trim these off and arrange them on here. Now I'll probably fast forward through all this. You don't have to listen to me mumble on and on and on. Okay, so I'm just kind of goofing around with the ribbon right this second. Seeing what I want to do. Definitely want to do something with this ribbon. Geez, that moved my garbage can. Everything's moved around now. I don't know what to do. Thinking about one up top, something like this. Maybe, just some loops in here and there. Some loops and tails. Let's see how that's going to look if I did something like that. Do it this way. Do a loop and tail right there. Okay. I think I like that, y'all. So we're just going to do a loop and a little tail right at the very tip top in the blue and white. And then we'll probably do the same at the bottom and do a nice big bow in the center. If I can get this twisted just ever so properly. Okay. Ribbon, I swear. Come on, bow. And actually, I'm going to zip tie this, and that is going to, I'm probably going to use the back of the zip tie to, here's my zip tie stash. I'm probably going to use the back of the zip tie to attach it to the, to stick it down in the, pool noodle. Geez, I couldn't think of the word. Stick it down in the pool noodle with. So, I'm going to make sure I've got everything spun around properly here. Okay. Alright, and let's pull her down. So I'm not going to need any other attachment devices, just the actual zip tie. That's going to be great. Alright, y'all, I just have to pop one more flower in here before I do that other bow on the bottom. I want some delphinimage right here. That's about right there. I think that'd be a great spot for it. And I'm going to turn the leaves. The leaves are like side by side. I'm going to turn them so you can see all 4 leaves like that. And then I'm going to put some hot glue on here. And we're going to pull this tail out some and expose another leaf. But I want this delphinium to go in here and kind of just be right underneath there, just tucked underneath. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not the cutest ever? Darn, it's so cute. I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay. I want that tulip right smack in the middle. Okay. Now, what do y'all think? Be brutally honest with me now. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Yes, you are, but that's okay. Just be brutally honest, please. Because I'm trying to better myself. And if y'all aren't honest with me, I can't get better. Okay? All right. So let's keep going on the bow thing. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on the bottom that we did on the top. Okay. So we're going to kind of do it like that to work with the existing roses that are already there. And just a heads up, when you do this, if you do something like this, I would go ahead and put these buds on here first so you can put your flowers around them. I mean, we can move our flowers around now, but it would just be easier to work our flowers in around the bow. Okay? Learn as we go. Learn as we go. Now, how does that look to y'all? We've got some little yellow and white tails peeping out here. And top is still not my favorite. I'm not 100% comfortable with that yet, but there we go. Now I'm getting more comfortable with it. I wanted this tail to kind of, reach out and touch someone. And now it is. Okay. Fluff, fluff. How's that look? How's that looking? Now, I want one more bow, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is going to go right here in the middle. So do I want to do one of these kind of bows, or do I want to do like a big honker bow? Oh, I want to be excessive. I really do. I want to be excessive. All right. Liver back down. Come on. Here we go. Boop. I think I'm going to pop out the bow maker real quick and do an excessive bow. I don't have a whole ton of this yellow and white cabana stripe left, so probably going to use it all up for this. Y'all see how smooth that cuts? Oh, I just love it. Yeah, we're dealing with about, ooh, probably about 36 inches. That's probably about how wide my table is here. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to kind of take it in the middle, put it in here, and do something different, y'all. I'm going to take a loop, make a loop, big loop, just so I know exactly how much I have to use, what size tail I'll have. Okay, so I'm going to have about a 12-inch tail with that. And then this will have about the same. I did this bow totally different, just so I could use up the last bit of what I had. I just did something a little different here. But I wanted to make each side fairly equal and get maximum coverage out of the last little bit of bow I had. And so I need to remeasure this thing because I think my numbers on this cheap Amazon bow maker are off. Let's see. From the center, right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 is about right. Over here we have from the center, let's start right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I told y'all these things are crooked. So when you get your bow maker in, make sure that you check them out now. And if you have to remark them, if you can't afford a bow dabber or a Bodini or a whatever kind of bow thingy's coming out next, just make sure you know how big your loops are. I mean, it's not that hard. Okay, go ahead and dovetail these since I've got them down here. Bodini, I need to go ahead and what's the word? Copyright that. Not with my Bodini. Okay. Now, well, let's see how much of this we have left. We have enough to do some tails with. Don't you think so? I do. So we could use it for some tails. Why not? If we don't like the tails, we'll just cut them out. Not the end of the world. I asked on Facebook the other day, what is one thing you hate about like crafting? Even though crafting is one of the biggest things in your life, right? I know if you're watching this video, then you love to craft. So what is like the just gut buster of crafting to you? What bugs you the most? One of the things that bugs me, first of all, is glitter. Blech, I hate glitter. I love glitter. But the other thing is when you trim dovetails, there's little tiny pieces of the wire that comes out and flops all over your table, and then you got little tiny pieces of wire all over your table. I don't like that. I'm just saying. Okay, now I had to use up the rest of this ribbon just because I just had to. Alright, if it would stay down, I'd be happy. Should have something to go down in there to hold it down. Hey, my lipstick fit in there? No. There. That'll help hold it down. Okay. Now, I'm just not as crazy about this yellow ribbon. Oh, ugh. Let's just go with this. Let's start here. And then I've got some white as well, okay? These little pieces right here. Can y'all see that? Hold on. See those little pieces of metal? Don't look at my fingernails. They're awful. But the little pieces of metal. See that right there rubbing across my hand? Those are the things that drive me crazy. They're hard to get off your table. They just get everywhere. But if you hold it just right, you can dispense them properly. Now, for this one, these bows, I think I'm going to point upwards. Or these tails for this ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and start upward with this tail. And we're going to make it about 5 inches long. Not a big deal. I really don't need a big gaudy bow. I mean, goodness gracious. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this one over. And since this is Timu ribbon, yes, I have unrolled this whole thing and ironed it with a hair straightener. I sure have. Not kidding. I'm going to drop it to the floor and stomp down, whatever you want to call it down. That needs to be in the trash too. Let's see. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, I guess it wasn't too important. Let's go ahead and flip the script. Oh, what I was going to say was just make sure you bring in your bow size a little bit. And since we've already got two bows on here, we don't want to like massive overpowering bow, which I like massive overpowering bows to be honest with you. But not everybody is so fond of such. So we're going to be, try to go in the middle on this one. I like those big old bows that John Mark makes. He makes the prettiest bows. If I could only get such luxurious um, ribbon. Oh gosh, to die for. I'm so jealous. Imagine having all that ribbon at your fingertips whenever you wanted. Wouldn't that be great? Yes, it would. Oh, I couldn't imagine having all the ribbon I wanted just anywhere, anytime. Ribbon, ribbon. I've already got ribbon overflowing everywhere. But I don't have any luxurious ribbon. I want mega luxurious ribbon. The kind that you have to buy by the yard because it's so expensive. All right. Now I'm making 4 tails. I only had 2 loops of the yellow. I'm making 4 loops of this little French toil, whatever, country French chinoiserie, blue and white ribbon with the Swiss dot. I'm making 4 of those loops, and then I'm going to end this tail again on the top because I already have some. Ow, my fingernail's broken. Ow, 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 hangnail. Because I already have some tails on the bottom. They're blue. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off up here, somewhere close to the same size. All right, this is so cute, y'all. And then I'm going to come in with a final white ribbon on top of this, just a little 7/8, 5/8 inch. I'm not sure how big it is. I'll tell you all in a minute. Oh, excuse me. This is just exhausting work. It really is. It can be. Making wreaths can be exhausting work. I mean, standing, sitting, moving, pushing, pulling, tugging, cutting, working. All right. Oh, let me cut a dovetail right here. If I hold that just right, I won't get those little silver thingies all over my mat. Okay, now, tails, tails, tails. Okay, this is looking très magnifique. I like to think it is. You don't see my bow? It's kind of late to be asking if y'all can see it, huh? Can you see my bow? I am making it. Okay. One more layer. As much as I would like to make a 37 layer bow, I can't.
Okay. This one, yes. This is I'll tell y'all a secret. I like to buy other people's de-stash. Um, if you don't know what that means when other people just get rid of all their stuff because either they're not crafting anymore, or they want to get new stuff, or they've just had this and are not using it, or whatever. Um, but a good place to buy de-stash is Mercari because they're just kind of ready to get rid of it. So I will go on Mercari, and y'all, I have gotten some great deals on there. Um, I only buy anything that is still in its new original packaging. It cannot be looking all old and nasty. It's got to look good. uh, yeah, this is some wedding ribbon, and it's really pretty. It's embroidered, kind of a white grosgrain, but it's embroidered and yeah. See if I can make y'all see it good. Don't look at my fingernail. I don't know what happened to it. Y'all see that? It's pretty. I just wish you could see the 3D texture on it. But anyway, it's gorgeous. So, looks like we don't have a whole ton of this left either. So, what I'm going to do is the same thing I did for the bottom. We're going to lay it um, printed side down, okay? And then I'm going to I want 4 loops out of this if I can get it. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in just like this, a little bit smaller than the ones above it. Then take the other side, do the same. This will make sure that my embossed side is on the outside. Okay? Alright. I should have went ahead and, hold on. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the other side first. I just got ahead of myself. Got a little excited. So twist it over just like you would any other ribbon right here at this point. And put the flipperoonie on it. Bring it back around. Measure it out. Just kind of look and see. I'm just looking at mine to see what I got here. I've got my loop too big or about the same. Come on, straighten out, ribbon. Yeah, it looks about the same. Okay, so I'm going to pull that down for now. And I may only do 2 loops, I'm not sure. But let's just bring that around here right now. And then this one, no, I have to do more because this one is coming around. It's coming around the mountain. Alright, this one's going to have 4 little loops right in the middle. You could have 3 loops, why not? Because I think for my tails to be of equal length, I'm going to have to do 3 little loops. Who says I gotta have 4 loops? Like the ribbon popo? I'm doing 3 loops. Okay. Oh, my back is killing me. This is the cutest little ribbon. And I didn't even put any lemons in it. And it still is as cute as it can be. Okay, so I'm a zip tie gal. And we probably will work this in on the back with a chenille stem. So I like to go ahead and just pinch it down. Get it fairly tight before you pull it off of your bow maker. And then squish it down really, really good. Bring your zip tie around the back, like so. And then we're going to move all our junk out of the way. And open the other tub and get I'm going to use light green simply because that's the color of the base that we're on. So hopefully it won't show up very much. Okay. So I'm just feeding a light green chenille stem in there. That's what we're going to use to attach it to the base with. Okay, now you're going to put the top back on your tub. You're going to move this back over here. Ugh. Okay, get our little tightener gun out. It's tight. All right, tight is tight. And then trim off the excess zip tie. And then we're going to take these two here to attach this little beauty. Hold on. She's got some long tails, y'all. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm going to do something cute. She's just precious. I'm going to pop her in somewhere around this hydrangea in the middle. Y'all want me to pull the screen back up so y'all can see what I'm doing? Probably so, huh? Alright. I just love this bow. This bow turned out absolutely adorable. Even though it's a smaller bow, it's not one of these big monster JME bows that I wish I could do. It looks really cute. Just the yellows and the whites and the blues, the cabana yellow stripe. Did I miss any tails anywhere? You should have knife tails, knife edge. Yeah, this one needs a cut. Just gonna do it from side to side at an angle. That one has got one already. Okay, so I'm going to try to work it onto the base here. And for your viewing pleasure, I will try to do that without knocking everything over. Okay. Now, I don't know what I'm doing yet, y'all, so just hang on. But I do have an empty little spot right here. It's not empty, but it's not overloaded yet either. And if I need to pull flowers out and work them around, I will. Let go of my zip tie and my twisty tie. Okay. So I'm just connecting the bow with uh, with my hands. I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just spinning around and around. And once we take it down and start, fooling with the back of it, making it look pretty, we'll fix all that. Now, so I know there's some tulips underneath here that I kind of buried. I don't want to bury any of my flowers. So that's why the bows should have gone on first, but that's just a lesson learned, right? Okay, so we've got a tulip here that we need to regenerate some life into. Got our 3 loops here in the center. Got some tails. Kind of smushing our hydrangea a little bit. Let's just see. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stand in front of the camera for a minute. Well, let me see if I can look from the other angle. Yeah, because I don't have any flower. Well, I've got one flower right there, but she's okay. Alright, now, I'll hold this sucker steady. There we go, that's great. Okay, and, okay, that's not going to work. That method is not going to work right here. I want to get some more of these delphiniums in here. Okay, so I'm just rolling up and letting down. Okay, come on, pop down there. That's not how I wanted it to go. Okay, that's what I wanted. There we go. This is just stunning to me. I mean, I shouldn't praise my own artwork, but I love it. Okay, to toot my own horn a little bit. Cute. Okay. So we're covering up a little bit of our hydrangea here. Try to bring these tails out so we don't cover it up too much. And then sit her straight. keep our everything fluffed, get all our tulips back together because faux tulips have a little circle in the center of them, and you can see them if you're not careful. You got to get everything, pulled together and close those faux tulips back up. Okay. Now, how's that looking, y'all? Is it looking good? There we go. Now it's looking good. These are the babies I hate to put in a box and chip away. Oh, I hate to put them in a box because I'm like, oh, this is going to be okay. It's beautiful. I just love, love, love it. Now I can go ahead and fill in the rest of these tulips that I have. I've still got my Billy Bobs. I've still got my lemons. Here's one already cut off. I've still got my daisies. I've still got two different kinds of delphiniums. I've still got some lamb's ear if I want to use it. And I have still got a bunch of tulips. So, here's some delphinium right here. And what I don't use, I'll put back up. Okay, let's go.
Alright guys, so here we are. She is done. We've got all the ingredients put together and we've come out with our beautiful, beautiful swag. I'm just giving you kind of a final look-see in up close and personal. We've got the tulips there, all the lovely greenery, the delphiniums, that gorgeous ribbon. I believe we're going to see some lemon. I'm spinning around here so we can see it from the bottom up. Anyway, we've got our billy balls and our delphiniums, our lemons, our hydrangeas, and she's just gorgeous and I'm perfectly, perfectly happy with her. Y'all don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Here are some pictures of our finished product. Thanks, guys.